Okay, so we're talking about now. What's your big two?
Okay, so the big two insecurities, one of them was my muscles in relation to my modeling career. So prior to starting modeling, I was a cheerleader. I basically did powerlifting. I was like, yeah, let's get big and strong. And I love the idea of being strong and being capable and being powerful, especially for my sport, cheerleading. So in third and fourth year, I became my biggest and strongest. And in third years, when I also began modeling. And there were times when, whether it was a shoot, like a clothes set shoot, or I was on the runway and I was literally just too big for the clothes. And I was like,
Oh,
shit,
really?
like, how am I supposed to do this? Like, I want to be a model at the time I did. I was like, I want to be a model. I want to run, I want to walk the runway. But like, I would wear these pants on the runway and they were saran wrapped, suction cup to my quads. This is one of my Facebook profile pictures. You can see, if you know, you wouldn't notice it, but if you look at my legs, it's like tight around
But
my
so how is
thing.
this an insecurity?
Because it made me, that whole experience of basically thinking to myself, oh, I'm too big for modeling. I'm too many muscles for modeling. I don't mean that in like a silly way. Like, I mean seriously. Like, I'm, because modeling isn't for, at least high fashion modeling is not for bigger people. They're generally for slender, tall, slim people. And I was tall enough, but I was just too wide, too stocky.
But you didn't want to sacrifice the working out aesthetic and like the way you feel when you do the working out versus the modeling, right?
Well, that's a conflict that I ran into because I, at the time, I really wanted to do modeling. I wanted to take it further, but I also loved the idea of performance and the muscles and the strength. And I began to dislike the muscles that I had built up and the power and the strength
Interesting.
that I had built over the many years. And I was in love with the sport and the sport of lifting.
Mm-hmm.
And then through modeling, I reached this point where I was like, you know what, like, I don't like this anymore. Like, I don't like me. I don't like myself because I don't get to fit the role of a model. I eventually got over it, and I
Interesting.
figured out that, I value sports, lifting, and cheerleading over modeling. And then I stopped caring. I said, you know what, I'm going to be as big as I want to be. They don't have to cast me for everything. That's fine. I'll cast for what I get casted for.
And like just the work your life around that kind of thing, for
Exactly. Like,
sure.
just what's my personal
Value.
brand
What do you
of
value?
appearance
Yeah.
and strength and healthiness. What does that look like? And do I need to be a high fashion model? Do I want to be? I was just facing all these questions
So
of
this is
like,
an insecurity that you've seemed to have battled already. It's not.
yeah,
It's not
all
active.
of these
It's.
I've battled already. Maybe
Do you
except
have
for the
any? Do
last
you have
one.
any active ones?
Um, I mean, besides just like the random pimple or just if I'm not feeling good about myself for whatever reason, sure, those are like little small bumps in the road day to day. But the last one that I wrote down was being Asian.
Is an insecurity.
Was less so now, a lot less so now,
Do
but it
explain.
was.